everyone. Today we are in conversation with Shri R.K.Hasija, who has over 2 decades of experience in the legal field. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. To start, could you tell us about your journey into the legal field? What initially drew you to law?
When I was in the department in 1982, when I joined, I was implementing the indirect taxes like customs and central excise, and in this process I was interacting with various assessees, manufacturers, and also in the process I had interaction with the advocates and consultants. So by viewing their approach towards the defense of their assessees, I was inspired that I should also think of doing my legal journey also in some way or the other. So I was thinking that someday I will also join this field if God gives me chance. So by the experience gained in the department, an opportunity came to me in 2002 when I already done my law in the evening classes in Delhi University. I was given an opportunity by a big law firm. Then I joined them as an advocate and started legal journey into this field.
You have been in the legal profession for over 2 decades now, with the last 9 years. In the individual practice, what motivated you to transition from working with others to starting your own practice?
Since I was in the department gaining knowledge with regard to indirect tax laws like central excise, customs, service, etc., etc., and thereafter I spent around 13 years in a big law firm, from which I gained a very good experience and knowledge. In a total, I had about 33 years experience of department as well as law firm. I was thinking I must move on somewhere, so I must start my own practice after gaining little knowledge from them and adding my experience in the department. So I had experience of both sides. Then I thought I should move on and start my own practice.
Running your own practice comes with its own set of challenges, and most people, individuals starting their own practice, are quite nervous. What are some of the biggest obstacles you have faced and how have you overcome them?
Yes, you are right, because anybody starting a new practice all alone sometimes have to face little challenges like how to get business, how to get the clients. With the background of department of 20 years and 13 years at the law firm, various relations I have built up with my clients, assessees. So by the reputation I have earned in the department as well as in the law firm, I was able to manage to get business and start my own practice. But yes, you are right. People starting new practice have to face challenges of getting the business in the initial time of practice.
Over the course of your practice, how have you seen the legal profession change? Are there any trends to development that have particularly impacted your work?
Over the time in my career, I have seen the development of information technology in a big way. Earlier, the case law was reported in the printed magazines which I was subscribing and updating my knowledge. Now, information technology has provided so many arenas of knowledge on the online judgments available, and earlier we used to type the drafts and correct number of times. Now you can do typing and correction online, and multiple times you can amend it and correct it. With the improvement of technology, definitely it has impacted in the business, and things have become little faster and easier also.
Speaking of specialization, what areas of law do you focus on in your practice and why did you choose those particular areas?
Since I was in the Department of Custom Excise, and it was a department, you can say, of indirect taxes, and particularly it's called commodity taxation, which also a mix of tax law and technology as well as accounting. So therefore, all these three fields, I had the commerce background also. Therefore, I was fascinated with the idea of doing the practice in indirect taxes only. So I am specializing in that only.
Can you share a particularly memorable memory from your individual practice that had a significant impact on your life?
There can be so many examples. Very difficult to point out any special single one, but it happens sometimes that I was handling a case where all my seniors have given up that it is a very difficult case. It has no case actually. We can't win, but anyway we have to argue, and you can go and argue. So I was given that file, and I argued that matter before the tribunal. It was a case of refund on account of unjust enrichment. Somehow or the other, after reading the provisions, I could find out some clause which enabled me to argue the case in favor of the assessee, and I succeeded in that. And the assessee got a huge refund along with interest. That was a turning point for me, giving me confidence on that.
Looking back on your career so far, what cases are you most proud of?
It is very difficult to point out. I mean, a lot of cases I have argued. Most of the cases I have succeeded. A few I also lost also, depending on the facts of each case. But it is a very good journey. I am proud of what I have done in my law practice.
As someone with extensive experience, what advice would you give to young lawyers?
Most importantly, you have to be very, very updated with the developments of the case law, and have to hard work. Hard work always pays. And the most important thing is client service. If the client is happy and you are giving prompt response to the client and updating him, and he is always with you, because the client is God. You have to earn money from them only. So you have to give proper service to them and giving me all the information updation on day-to-day basis. What have you done in their cases, and immediate prompt reply. So hard work, dedication, and client service and updation of your law knowledge. These are must.
Thank you so much for sharing your insight and experience with us. It has been a pleasure talking to you, and we wish you continued success in future.
Thank you very much. Thank you.